Hello. It's currently 11 p.m. when I'm starting filming this because I went and saw the new Ninja Turtles movie this afternoon.
Go, Gert.
And then proceeded to fall asleep for the majority of the day by accident. It wasn't an accident. I knew what I was doing. But yeah, so we're going to film this now because I'm wide awake and have the energy. But yeah, also, Lume Cube sent over their, here, let me go get it. Lume Cube sent over their big XL tube light. We're going to be doing a portrait shoot with this in a couple weeks, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. You're not going to want to miss that. So yeah, this thing is pretty cool. I also, after many years of having it, finally got my Peter McKinnon print framed. Super pumped on how this turned out. I just don't quite know where I'm going to hang it yet. I'm thinking about maybe moving some of this back here so it can be in the back behind the videos. But yeah, this looks sick. It took me like 2 years. It sat on top of my closet unframed. So I finally went and got it done. Just got it back. So cool. Okay. So today's video, we are going to talk about the super minimal kit. I have it laid out right here on the table that I've been using recently to capture like cinematic video for these YouTube videos and also over on my Instagram. This is actually the exact kit that I used to film this video right here. I'll go ahead and play it for you. So yeah, that entire thing was filmed with this super easy kit. This has pretty much been the only thing I've been taking with me recently to go shoot video. So let's get into it. All right, so like I said, here it is laid out on the table. It's about, what is this, 5 items here that I use to film everything. To start things off, we have the camera body, of course. So this is the Sony FX3. Picked this up a couple months ago. You've seen it in a bunch of the videos. You know, I filmed pretty much everything you see here on here on YouTube and over on Instagram. It's weird to not be filming something for Instagram all the time. But I told you, we're doing YouTube now. We're doing it. But yeah, I love the FX3. There's nothing I can really say about this camera that hasn't already been said before. I absolutely love it. The dual native ISO is great for shooting in low light situations. Being able to bump this thing up to 12,800 and have a clean image has been a lifesaver in a lot of situations. 4K 120 obviously is great. No overheating, it's compact, it's lightweight, super easy to use. But yeah, this has been great. This has been the camera body of choice. The other thing to note is, like most of my videos, I'm not saying that this is the exact kit that you need to get cinematic video and, you know, things like that. I'm more just saying, like, showing off this kind of setup and this layout. You can interchange the lens, the camera body, things like that that better suit your needs or your budget. But yeah, this is kind of like the ideal setup that I've been using. And again, you can change out the camera parts and the different pieces as you need. Next up is the drone. So I've been using the DJI Mini 3 Pro here. So I have absolutely loved having a drone in the camera kit. If you watched my last video, the Q&A, you'll know that I've had this for over a year and crashed it and then got it fixed just at the beginning of the summer. And I've definitely loved having a drone. And I do think that this is kind of the ideal drone for doing things for social media. So like for YouTube and Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, because it's relatively affordable in the line. I think you can even get a cheaper one, which is the Mini 3. Has a few features missing, but the thing that's nice about this is that it's so lightweight, so you don't have to worry about any kind of registration or anything like that. But it's also got really high quality video. You can shoot, if I pop this cap off here, you can shoot vertical video with it. So it's great for social media work, things like that. And it just kind of slips into the bag and you kind of forget about it. Obviously you need to carry the controller and some extra batteries, but yeah, I have loved shooting with a drone. It just gives you this extra, you know, perspective that you really couldn't get any other way. It's great for like establishing shots and things like that. So yeah, definitely have a drone in the kit, and this is the one that I kind of recommend. Moving on to the lens. So the lens that I have been using is the 24-70 G Master Mark II from Sony here. So I absolutely love this lens. So if you know me, I usually shoot on primes a lot, but the 24-70 is great for when you just want to carry one lens. It's the perfect lens for a kit like this, where you're packing light, you don't want to take a bunch, but you still want to get a variety of shots. So it's wide enough at 24 to kind of get, you know, your subject in the environment and get a little bit more context to what's going on, but then you can easily bump it down to 70 and get some detail shots and separate your subject from the background, or separate some details in the environment as well. So yeah, this has kind of been my go-to lens. Now I will sometimes switch this out for the 50mm f1.2. Let me go grab it. It's over on the shelf. But yeah, so sometimes I will swap out the 24-70 for the 50. Now I don't recommend this necessarily. You're a lot more limited with a prime lens, obviously, but I just love the look of the 50mm f1.2 for video, that I'm kind of okay with the limitations of it. And I do find limitation does breed a lot more creativity into your work when you're a little bit more limited with what you can shoot. I've actually been wanting to make a video on that whole topic, so if that's something you'd be interested in, definitely let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I actually took this out recently on a trip. I took this exact same kit, but I substituted the 24-70 with the 50. I'll go ahead and show you that sequence right now. But yeah, so this is what I like to use sometimes, but for more versatility and stuff, definitely go with like a 24-70 or some kind of zoom lens, whatever fits your style best. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the camera gear. So what's left is pretty much just some necessary peripherals, especially so if we move over here to my tripod. This is the Peak Design travel tripod. This is the carbon fiber one. Now this tripod is one that I pretty much purchased right when I started my photography journey, and I've had it ever since. So about 2+ years, 3 years of constant use on this guy, and it still looks brand new. It still works great. But a tripod is definitely necessary if you're going to be out filming yourself. So it allows you again to set the camera up. You know how a tripod works. You can set it up, go be in the frame if you're filming yourself, and move around, and then you can move the camera and things like that. So definitely a good tripod. I try and get one that's small and compact like this. It just makes it a little bit easier to travel with, especially if you're filming in places where maybe you have to hike a little bit. It's just nice to have a small compact tripod that just fits in your bag. And then the last thing that I've been bringing with me again is my ND filters. So these are the Peter McKinnon Polar Pro ND filters. They are the Mist editions, and these are the old ones. So I know the Polar Pro and Peter McKinnon, they just came out with the new like Helix ones with magnets. I would love to upgrade to those, but they're quite expensive, and these do the job. You have to screw them on and things like that, so you can be definitely not as fast as the magnets, but they still do the job. But yeah, an ND filter, if you're not aware, it's essentially just sunglasses for your camera. So when you're shooting video, you kind of have to have a specific shutter speed so that your video and the motion blur in your video looks normal. So you have to find a different way to limit the amount of light coming into your camera. So what you'll do is you'll put on a ND filter like this one. It'll go over the camera, and then it'll limit the amount of light you can go in, and you can adjust it based on the intensity of like the sunglass effect to kind of get the look that you want. This one right here is the 2 to 5 stop. Now they also make a 6 to 9 as well, but I would recommend, honestly, I made the mistake and I bought both because I was like, when I first bought these, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was like, well, I just need full coverage, so I'll get the 2 to 5 and the 6 to 9. And after a few years, I can tell you, I literally never take the 6 to 9 with me. It's never in my bag. I take this 2 to 5 with me all the time and use it all the time. But yeah, so if you're contemplating on whether or not you need both a 2 to 5 and a 6 to 9, I would just say go with the 2 to 5 and save yourself on the 6 to 9, at least to start. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So yeah, that is my minimal kit that I've been using to get cinematic video for all of my social media accounts. And I wanted to kind of make this video again. The videos I showed you kind of inspired me to talk about this setup because I've been using it for a little bit. It's been really nice and convenient. And I think there's kind of this stigma amongst creators where it's like you have to build out this giant cinema rig, you know, get a cage, get some top panels, an external monitor, you know, gimbals to get really cinematic footage. Like you have to buy all this extra stuff and kind of weigh yourself down. But I found that the more simple your kit is, the more creative you're gonna be. Because if you start adding too many parts and start making your kit too complicated, it becomes more of a hassle to shoot, and there's more and more steps between you and actually creating the content that you wanna make. So I've really enjoyed just simplifying the kit to exactly what I need to shoot what I want. And it's literally, I get there and I can just pull out the camera and I can start shooting. I can just pull out the drone, start shooting. There's no setup, there's no tear down, no nothing. So there's no friction in my content and what I want to create. So I end up shooting more and doing more. And I also think, again, when you get into photography, it's really easy to get into the stigma that you need to get all this gear. It's all the gear that's gonna make you a good photographer and a good videographer, when in reality, it's you and your vision that's gonna really make the difference in your content. So yeah, you're the best, and remember that. Anyway, I will stop rambling. It's late, and I don't want this video to be too long, but thanks so much for watching, and make sure to leave us a like and to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.